The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Second show for the night, Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Hales Corner Speedway Sim Series. DiscountShopTales.com Pro Late Model Series. Back again at Kokomo. And as always, joining me in the booth for show number 2 on a Sunday night. Zach Krieger, are you there?
You got me.
I got you, buddy. Well, good run in the street stocks there. I'm sure you probably would have liked a little better finishing position, but you made the show right out of the heat races tonight.
Yeah, it was a good set of heat races for me. I messed up qualifying as I so often do, so I had to make my way through the heats. I've always felt really strong here at Kokomo. It's probably, I would say, one of my better tracks, but wasn't meant to be in the feature, and that shows ending a lap before the checkered flag on the tires, so hopefully we'll come back next week stronger.
Yep, there's always next week. Always next week. Well, we only got about 16 drivers checked in for this one, so it looks like everyone here going to make it to the feature. Probably have a couple of heat races and then a little warm-up, and then straight into the show for these guys. So it should be a pretty quick night for us. Teeny tiny little bull ring here, and these cars a little more horsepower than the street stock, so things might get a little more interesting.
Definitely. Just by watching practice, there's some guys that are still trying to figure it out. Most, I would say, only a few people are looking to be maybe a little further back than normal, but I think everybody's got this track down to good enough where I think we're going to get some good racing tonight.
We got about 2 minutes before we need to go to our pre-race ceremonies. I want to make sure I say hi to everybody in the chat. Guys, if you are watching on YouTube or Twitch, be sure that you hit the subscribe button. You'll know each and every time we go live. We can see you in the chat. Tell us where you're watching from. If you're over on Facebook, doesn't matter what page you're watching, come by the Dirt Racing Network's Facebook page. Give us a like, a share, and a follow. 5 nights a week, live racing right here on the Dirt Racing Network. The last of our shows for Sunday evening, right here, right now, but tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, Dominic Santino will be on with the Dirt Slingers. Monday Night Thunder 360 Wing Sprint Car Series, they're wrapping up season number 14. Open portion of that series, and one race left in it. 6 points separate the top two. We will crown a champion for that part of that series and their King of the Wing overall point series, where they combine the fixed and open points winners, and to see who comes away with the big King of the Wing clock as the trophy for those guys there. And then immediately following them, the Tim Sims General Tires Winter Nationals season finale. Somebody's going home with $1,000 worth of General Tires. Points in that one, I think, are down to about 12 or 14, and it's a pretty tight one, so you got to tune in for that. That's about 9:45 Eastern when that one should go live. Should be myself and Jerry Kieser on the call for that. With about 2 minutes to go in practice, we're going to go down a little early. The drivers get called off the track. We will have our invocation and have our national anthem. Can't have a good old-fashioned dirt race if you don't have a prayer and a national anthem. So we've got our boys Sam and Johnny Foley to do that for us. Thanks for tuning in. I see a couple of people. See Scott Krieger and Brian Hamer again. I know Hamer, he's going to be cheering for Gross. So let's get the formalities out of the way so we can watch these guys qualify.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, big thank you to Sam and Johnny Foley for invocation of National Anthem. Drivers getting ready to roll out on track for qualifying. Let's put our eyes on the 14 car here. And watch Mr. Andy Gross picked up the win in the B&H Builder Street Stock Series a little while ago. Seeing if he can sweep tonight. Haven't had one since about week 2 of the first season of this series.
Andy quickly went to the top after his first lap, but Colt Duggar quickly then swooped in 5/100ths faster than Andy. He'll take the pole. He'll take provisional pole so far.
Yeah, 12.817 seconds, 12.877 seconds, and then Nick Sobiak, 13.034. Blake Johnson, 13.096. So those 4 cars, the only ones under the 13.1 time frame. With Cole Duggar, yeah. I got some news before the first race that he had been doing a little bit of practicing and had become quite quick, and he was doing pretty well there, and just I think a mistake is what really hurt him in the street stock race. So see if he can recover from that, maybe pick up the win, maybe keep Andy Gross from sweeping the night. I know that will make Mr. Hamer cringe and frown at me, but that is okay. Hey, Mighty Snake, welcome to the show. Appreciate you following there. I did see that you followed us on the Twitch page, so thank you for that. Hope you enjoy the show tonight, guys. 5 nights a week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And we have some series that are on hiatus right now as they're in between seasons, but we're sure to fill those slots back in pretty quickly. I think right now we have 2 on Sunday starting next week, 2 on Monday, 1 on Tuesday, 1 on Wednesday, and 1 on Thursday. So about 7 or 8 shows over that 5 days. And those numbers go up and down. It's at least 1 show every single night. I know Tuesday's the PRO Sidewinder Series is going to be back in the 360 sprint cars this week as they move into about week number 7 or 8 of that series. And then on Wednesday night, the Wichita Tire and Alignment Wednesday Night Warriors Modified Series, they wrap up Season 2. The UMP modifies at Cedar Lake. We'll crown a champion there. I think that one is down to if one driver, Colby Cooper, starts the feature, he locks up the title. So still good racing with those guys. Right now it's Duggar, Gross, Sobiak, Carlson, and Blake Johnson, the top 5. And could be kind of interesting. 17 cars. Quick show, couple of heat races. And then I believe straight to the feature. I don't think they'll force us to run a B main, but we'll at least have 3 races for you tonight in this series.
Yeah, I think it might force us to do a B main, which is just going to be some extra track practice for the guys who make it. This track gets very difficult when it wears in, and I think getting that extra practice on that track at race pace might be kind of essential, honestly.
How many laps we got in our feature tonight there, Zach?
If I am correct, and I can quickly check, we will have 25, so just 5
That's what I was thinking.
over. Just 5 over the street stocks. Not one of the events that has 30. Going to be 25 tonight.
Well, I forgot to check, and I know sometimes on these short tracks they add a few laps, and I kind of miss out. But our Kokomo Go 25, we're ready to go.
Yep.
We're going to get heat race number 1 underway right here. Got 2 heats on tap. Our Scrub-A-Dub Car Wash starting lineup looks like this. On the pole, the Scrub-A-Dub Car Wash Black Flag Racing number 74 from Waterford, Wisconsin, Peter Brees. And on his outside, the Kierzik Electric LLC number 00 from Waukesha, Wisconsin, of Blake Johnson. Your second row on the inside, the RLV Faster Motors VLR number 23 from Big Bend, Wisconsin, Nick Sobiak, with the 011 of Cole Duggar. Quick qualifier for the evening, starting to his outside. Third row inside, the 66 of Jason Enoch, and on the outside, the Shark RC Car Bodies, number 112 from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, Chris Johnson. Fourth row inside, the 32 of Skyler Woods, and on his outside, the Pincala Auto Solutions, number 41 from Oak Creek, Wisconsin, of Ryan Fisher. And starting on the back, in the 126, going to be Dean Wallach. So 74 Brees, been showing some strength all season. Season 2 here. Going to start on the pole, heat 1. We'll see if he can pick up the win and punch his card straight to the A main. Green flag is in the air, and we're underway.
That 0-0, Blake Johnson got a better start on that green. Ooh, Peter Brees gets a little, it's going to be some big crashing behind, but Brees got a little slow on that start. He's going to drop all the way down to 3rd on the first lap. But look at that person in second, that man in second, Cole Duggar. He has been, like you said, practicing this entire week. He is on it tonight. He's looking to get the win here in this feature as they start lap 3.
Yeah, Nick Sobiak already to the work area. That car damaged in the lap 1 crash. It is Blake Johnson out in front of Cole Duggar. Chris Johnson into the 3rd spot. Peter Brees making a bid to try to take that away down the inside. That 74 car very strong, like I said at the beginning, and he quickly fell back, but now trying to recover, get that thing and keep it in a transfer spot. Chris Johnson all over the outside wall. He's got the right corner of that car bent all to pieces right now. He falls back to 5th in front of in front of Ryan Fisher, and then Jason Enoch. Skylar Woods still 7th, and Dean Wellick still running 8th. Sobiak off the track as we're halfway home, heat race number 1.
Duggar went for a slide, or tried to get that spot on that bottom of Blake Johnson. He didn't get it there. He's going to keep trying on that bottom, Cole Duggar is. He's getting close to Johnson, and I think as we get towards the end of this heat with about 4 laps to go, I think this is the time for Cole Duggar to make those moves early.
Yep, Duggar keeps trying to work the inside, keeps trying to run that slider just a little bit, keeps coming out wide and pinching the car down, but he's getting good drive off. He's making up ground each and every time, but right now just too much horsepower. It's easy to keep the car wound up with the right rear up on top of that berm up there. 2 to go that time by for Blake Johnson.
And agreeing with what you were saying, my exact thoughts going into this race, especially the street stock race, was having that top line means horsepower. It means straight line speed. Duggar's still trying down on the bottom as they go to the white flag. He's going to try for a move through 2. No, he doesn't. He might have a move here into 3 and 4. He's going to dive for it. Going to stay on the bottom. He will not get it. Blake Johnson will get the victory.
Heat 1 to Blake Johnson, Cole Duggar, Chris Johnson, Peter Brees, and Ryan Fisher, your top 5. Enoch, Woods, Wallach, and Sobiak possibly in our mandatory B main just for starting positions, but 1 in the books and 1 to go for heat races. So heat 2 gridding out on the front stretch of the Scrub It Up Car Wash. Starting lineup looks like this. The 75 of James Fletcher on the pole, and on his outside, the Buddies Racing Equipment TDC race team number 43 from Oxford, Michigan, Reed Rundle. Row 2 on the inside, the MKE Laser Design number 29 of Caden Carlson. On the outside of him, the Shark RC Bodies Gross Racing number 14 from Hartford, Wisconsin, Andy Gross. Your 3rd row inside, the 28 Tony Brent. The outside, the 117 of Jim Butcher. And your 4th and final starting row, the Black Flag Racing number 10 from West Allis, Wisconsin of Tony Itzkowski inside. The Buddies Racing Equipment I-41 Raceway number 17 of Dean Burnt from Slinger, Wisconsin on the outside.
Weight cars. In this heat, we're going to see some great racing. We've got a lot of fast guys here. We've got to be looking at Andy Gross in that 4th spot, current reigning champion. Pace truck pulls away, and especially Gross on that 2nd row, might I add. On that start, he's going to be super quick as they're going to head through turn 4 and get the green flag. Everybody sort of an even start. Maybe Rundle on that outside got a little better of a start. He's going to clear Fletcher through turns 1 and 2. Gross trying that bottom along with Caden Carlson. We got 1 car going around behind. As through lap 1, it's going to be Reed Rundle who leads.
Yeah, Butcher spun it back there. He's going to get it going. I think he's going to be okay, but he's just way behind. And right now, Reed Rundle out in front of this group. Fletcher hanging on to 2nd, but Gross is trying to work the middle, and he's got Tony Brent working around the top side that got around Caden Carlson. Now he's trying to get around Gross. He had that thing high, wide, and handsome through 3 and 4 and then clipped the fence. It cost him a bunch of time. But he was going to make a move and try to go around that 14 machine. He's right in the tire tracks of the 75 right in front of him. All of this happening a good ways back of the 43 of Reed Rundle.
And we know how that top end works after watching Blake Johnson absolutely dominate there. One thing I want to say quickly is Andy Gross is getting really close to those tractor tires on that bottom. Really good car control to keep out of them as he's going to try to go for a move on the 75. Maybe a little bit of contact to keep it straight. I couldn't tell. But move Andy Gross up to that spot. And Tony Brent trying on the bottom.
Yeah, we're going to watch Gross right here wide at the exit and see how close he gets with that left front to the tires, especially down 3 and 4. 1 and 2, not quite so bad. He's not nearly as close. But in 3 and 4, man, you can see that thing is barely missing right off the nose of the car right there. He is very, very close. He is going around through there. He is still Rundle, and Rundle now starting to see that red and white number 14 in his left window at the exit of every corner. White flag in the air. These two have broken away from the rest of the field. We'll watch them to the finish as Gross goes low, tries to get the run up. Couldn't get it done that time. Ichkowski was sideways. That caused Rundle to have to make a correction. We'll see who's going to have it at the line. Gross slams the door on Rundle to pick up the win in the heat race. I don't know if that'll ruffle any feathers or not, but Rundle had that whole side to himself, and Gross slammed the door on him. Brent comes home third, then Carlson and Fletcher. We'll see Butcher, Burnt, and Ichkowski in our B main. Interesting finish on that one. I think Gross really wanted to win, and he got it.
He definitely did. Potential a little bit of, let's just say, anger, I would say, or
I'd have been
potential.
frustrated if I was driving
Yeah.
the 43 car for sure. But, hey, that's just
Yeah.
me. Mandatory B-main, everybody transferring through. It's going to be Ichkowski and Wallach in row 1. Burnt and Skylar Woods in row 2. And Butcher and Enoch row 3. And on the back, Nick Sobiak, got 23 car. Sobiak, a lot of problems in heat number 1. He was in a lap 1 incident and immediately took that car to the infield. Looks like he's going to be able to continue, but he'll have to start at the back of the B main.
correct. So, gonna have a 7-car B main as certain guys getting sent to the back. They'll get themselves all straightened and evened out, and we will almost have what seems to be a single file start. Almost, which
Yeah, guys know
gonna
they're
be
transferring. I
interesting.
think they just want the laps.
yeah.
They've done this
Jason
in the
Enoch
past.
is. Yeah. Jason Enoch to get up to the
Green,
front.
green, green.
There's the green flag. Difficult there because when people get EOL penalty is for especially being new to the league or whatever, it confuses the grid, and unfortunately that's kind of what caught it, but green flag comes out, and I think it's going to be Ichkowski. It's going to be close at the line on the first lap.
Yeah, I think Enoch led lap number 1 right there. Ichkowski was second. Sobiak all the way up to third, now ahead of Jim Butcher. Then Woods, Burnt, and Wallach in that order. These guys already in the show. They know they're in the show. They're just making the laps, getting some extra seat time, getting prepped up for that feature. They're going to start deep in it. A couple of these guys really need a shot to run close to the front, score some points in this thing. You're watching the 23 car right there, Nick Sobiak. Usually see him near the front in every one of these things. Just bad luck in a heat race, and that's going to relegate him to having to come out of the B main and start somewhere around row number 6 or 7 here. Probably row 6 the way things are looking. He's running Enoch down. There's a good battle behind that, though. Ichkowski and Butcher starting to go at each other.
Yeah, they're going to get side by side through it, Ichkowski and Butcher. Like you said, Sobiak slowly closed that gap, and I think he's gotten a little bit closer to Enoch here. Enoch's using the top, Sobiak's using sort of the middle lane. I think Sobiak's going to get the move done here into 1 and 2. Oh, there's a little contact there. Sobiak washed a little bit up to force Enoch to recorrect, and I think that's going to really even it out. They're going to be side by side. Ichkowski further back goes around. I think he may have hit a tire. But Nick Sobiak takes that lead with about 4 laps to go at the line.
Yeah, 4 to go that time. Sobiak, Enoch, Butcher, Woods, Ichkowski, Burnt, Wallach in that order. We're watching the 32 car of Skylar Woods. Woods trying to make up some ground here. Gotten kind of smooth until he got off the corner right there in 2. Got the car a little out of shape. Was running a pretty good line. He was running down Butcher in front of him. Ichkowski's starting to put the pressure back on for the 4th spot. But right now, Nick Sobiak getting away from everybody. Seeing what that car has in it after the lap 1, turn 1 incident in heat number 1. And it looks like right now he is going to easily cruise to a victory here in the B main as he goes under the white flag.
He is almost pretty much checked out from the pack. That's about a 1.5, 2 second lead. And it's going to pay off Nick Sobiak takes the victory in the B main, followed by Jason Enoch in second, and I think that's Butcher who got third.
Yeah, Butcher, then Woods, then Dean Burnt fifth. It's Kowski and Wallach rounding out the field. Everything done, ready to go. These guys ready to put the feature race out here. 25 laps. All 17 cars will start. And we will get ready to start running through our Scrub It Up Car Wash starting lineup. On the pole, the 75 of James Fletcher to his outside, the 41 of Ryan Fisher. Your second row, 29, Caden Carlson inside, 74 of Peter Brees on the outside. Inside the third row, the 28 of Tony Brent, the 112 of Chris Johnson starts on the outside of that row. The fourth row, Reed Rundle in the 43 car inside, Cole Duggar, the 011. Couple of potential winners of this thing are right there in row number 4. Your fifth row, another potential set of winners right here. Andy Gross, the 14 on the inside. Blake Johnson, the 00 on the outside of that row. And then we get into your B-main drivers, the 23 of Nick Sobiak inside row 6 with Jason Enoch in the 66 on the outside. Jim Butcher, the 117 inside row 7. Skylar Woods on his outside. Your eighth row, it's Kowski, the 10 car on the inside. Burnt in the 17. Will start in position number 16. And on the back row, Dean Wallach in the 126 car.
So
Fletcher going to the back. That's going to put Carlson on the pole.
Oh, that is interesting. I thought I heard something along that. So Caden Carlson will lead them to the green. This is going to shake up the pack a little bit as certain guys have to get around, but
serve
that
them
doesn't
penalties.
matter. Yep, as they will head to the front stretch.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air. And I'm going to say that that 41 car is definitely going to have the lead coming out of 2 as Carlson did not get a good start. In fact, he's going to let Peter Brees in the 74 car get around him. Put Carlson third right here. Comes Andy Gross up on the inside, 3 wide. Got Brent in the middle. Got Chris Johnson up top there. Gross, 0 time is going to be wasted putting that 14 car on a line, getting that thing towards the front. That time Carlson and Brees got together out of 4.
Big time.
Yeah, we got 2 laps in the book, working lap 3, and Andy Gross already into position 2. He's going to be chasing Ryan Fisher at the end of the lap.
And let me tell you, Peter Brees, after that contact, he made it 4 wide through 2 last lap. That was pretty impressive from Brees, as Gross has been chasing down Fisher. He's going to be right there as there's some cars getting a little loose further back. I think everybody's going to keep it straight. We're going to stay green. But we're going to keep our eye here on this front pack as they're starting to catch some lap traffic. There goes Gross. He's going to be on the bottom here. He will get the move done. Andy Gross takes the lead after lap 5.
Yep, didn't take long for him. He started in the 4th row. And in 5 laps, he's got the lead. He's probably going to check out. If this thing stays green, I won't be surprised if he laps into the top 5 right here. Ryan Fisher, Peter Brees, Chris Johnson, Nick Sobiak, Cole Duggar, all right there together. Contact lap car of Itzkowski. That is going to put Chris Johnson in a bad spot. He is going to fall back through the pack to 11th. They're 4 wide in front of him with Carlson, Brent, Enoch, all those guys side by side. Reed Rundle having a hard time in the 43 car, keeping it straight through the corners. So we're going to finish up lap number 8 right here with Andy Gross still out in front.
And honestly, this is not what people wanted to see. Due to the fact that there's caution, Andy Gross on that pole is probably the most dangerous person to be starting up at the front. As Gross has started to sort of check out, it seems. Fisher's dropped back. They've got 2 lap cars, I think. I think those are lap. No, Duggar is position. He's got 2 cars in between him and Gross. Duggar on that top side, making it work. He will get the position out of 2.
Yeah, caution would do the 011 car some good here to get those lap cars out of his way and put him right up against the 14 car of Andy Gross. But he clears the 32 machine of Skylar Woods. And now,
All right, man.
caution, he needed that. That
And
is
that
going to clean things up,
Reed
and that
Rundle.
is going to put guys back together. We're going to go find out what happened to the 43 car of Reed Rundle.
Coming in the 1.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time finding that car in a list.
Seems as if he just sort of takes it in a little too hard and makes some contact with Caden Carlson, and they both get it sideways and bring out the caution. That was...
It changed cars, but we're going to find Rundle here. Yeah, right up against, and then he gets into the door of Carlson. And Carlson was the reason for the caution, but the 43, the cause of the caution there. So we'll see the 43 go to the back and join that 29 car.
You got to feel for Caden Carlson. Hopefully, I think he'll get his position back, but if he doesn't, that's just a bad situation. You get pretty much nothing you can do in that situation and get sent to the back. That's got to be tough. But we will see the green flag, if I'm right.
Yep.
Green.
Once again, Gross with them restarts. This time, Duggar a little closer than everybody was in the street stock race. Still got Ryan Fisher, Nick Sobiak. Sobiak recovering nicely as he's up to third. Won the B main, started position number 11. Now racing inside the top 3, maybe inside the top 2, coming out of 2, 3 wide behind Gross. Fisher on the bottom, Duggar was in the middle, Sobiak was up top. That not over yet, and they are right behind your leader.
Oh.
A lot of close.
Oh,
Gross gets it into the fence, and now new leader. Who's it going to be out of 4? Will it be Ryan Fisher or Cole Duggar?
Fisher.
And at the line, Fisher had the lead. Duggar was running second.
Here
comes Gross again. Wow, great slider from Gross. He just pushed it through there. Andy Gross taking no prisoners right now. That time out of shape and did not get to hang on to the spot. Here comes Peter Brees up the inside. Yeah, contact there between those two. Gross was pushing the issue, and I think Fisher just decided to keep the door semi-shut on him, and a little bit of contact. Now Andy Gross going to have to go high side to try to do anything, but Cole Duggar out in front of Nick Sobiak, and Sobiak not letting him get away, trying to keep this thing close. We're already inside 10 to go, man. I mean, we are down 7 laps to go right here.
Definitely, this is go time for any of these guys. Cole Duggar, and I think that's going to be Sobiak at the front. They both really started to check out. Oh, there's going to be contact in front of them. That's going to send the 126 of Dean Wallach around, I think, and I think we're going to stay green.
Woods is going to keep it in the grass. That's not going to bring out a caution. A lot of these guys would have loved to have seen one, especially the 14 car of Andy Gross. He's got his hands full right now with Ryan Fisher. Fisher on the inside. Gross is going to take the spot away, move him to 4th. Peter Brees still 3rd in that 74 machine. Your 2 leaders still nose to tail.
Oh, Sobiak owns the wall.
Yeah, Sobiak.
Straight.
Yeah, licked it pretty hard. 3 laps to go. We are clicking this thing off quickly. Sobiak found the slick up there. That let Brees close up a little bit. Duggar, all kinds of breathing room as he is in lap traffic. Ichkowski, 2 to go that time. Crazy action going on right here. Sobiak at the top, Brees is at the bottom. I think Brees has got an opportunity here.
Yeah.
Maybe go after Sobiak, but he's going to have to pay attention because right behind him, the 14 car, white flag in the air one more time around. I think Cole Duggar is easily going to pick up this win. He'll win the DiscountShopTowels.com Pro Late Model Series A main. And then it's going to be, that was really close, Sobiak. And Peter Brees, your top 3, Andy Gross, comes home 4th tonight in the 2nd A main. So a great run. That was exciting at the finish there. Those guys really started getting a little physical and racing hard, and that was kind of fun to watch.
Yeah, 700ths separated 2nd and 3rd. That's insane.
So we'll run a good look down here. We'll get this ready to go. We'll find Peter Brees. We will find Nick Sobiak.
And then Cole Duggar.
Cole Duggar. And I think we'll let you talk to Mr. Brees here.
Yes. Peter Brees, our 3rd place driver tonight. Peter, you got us?
I do, sir.
Well, that was definitely a interesting race. Tell us about it from your spot.
I just tried.
Whoa. We lost Peter. Peter, are you still there, buddy?
Got me?
All right,
Yeah.
you got to keep that button down, buddy.
I
Yeah,
think we're losing him again.
I think he's got to push to talk, and the button is acting up or something on him.
You got me?
I got you now.
Yeah, I was just trying to run the best lane I could to hold it down there and stay underneath everybody. When they were kind of touching, I snuck underneath. It was the only way I could really get by.
Definitely. Looking at that final restart from your spot, you had that sort of good spot on that restart, but then just all sort of kind of chaotic, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was just trying to stay off everybody the best I could, and I was hoping, if anyone was touched or tangled up, I'd be able to.
Yeah, we keep losing him off of that push to talk button.
Yeah, sorry, I was just saying, I was just hoping that a spot would open up for me to be able to sneak in there.
Well, that was definitely a good finish. Who you got on the car this week?
The usual discount shop towels. I got Luke over there helping out. Also got John Tisano, our P1 slot cars, scrub it up, car wash, and oil change, and of course the wonderful broadcast we get every week from you guys.
Well, congratulations. We will let go celebrate your podium, Peter Brees, your third place driver tonight.
Let's get Mr. Sobiek up here. See if Nick's got a copy of there.
Yes, sir.
Well, man, the car has been worse for the wear all night long. Lap 1, heat number 1, turn 1. What happened there? We kind of missed it here on the broadcast. We know that relegated you to having to run through the B main.
Yeah, whoever was running first kind of checked up, stepped on the brakes, and just came in a little deep. We had the 66 behind us, and that kind of just gathered us up, and that just kind of ended my heat race right there. But then came back in the Consi and finished first.
Yeah, great run into that B main. You start 11th in the feature, and it wasn't too long. We saw you inside the top 5, and then third, and then a little bit of a break, and you're running second. What happened there, especially off that last restart, that gave you all the free and clear track to get up here into position number 2?
The top side was just on fire tonight. Lap 23, when I went to the bottom with Cole, my car just lost force feedback in my wheel, and I just shot up the track. Put me back by Peter and all that, and it was a close race to the finish.
Well, a fantastic run. Second after a tough night has got to feel really good. Who you got on the car helping you out this week?
I want to thank Thrustmaster, Chris Johnson, Ricky Johnson, Mama Fish, Ryan Fisher, David Konjerski, Jason Schilling, just everyone on the car, my mom, my dad, and my sister.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on a great run again, and we look forward to seeing you next week, bud.
All right, thank you.
Your second place finisher, Nick Sobiek. Let's move on to our winner tonight. I was told to watch out for this guy before the broadcast even started, and he ends up picking up a win here in the late models. Cole Duggar, you got a copy?
I do, Roger. How are you?
I am good, sir. You must be doing fantastic picking up the win here at Kokomo. Tough track and a well-deserved victory. Tell us about your feature.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It is a tough track for sure. Getting into the wall a few times, right rear and 1 and 2 is not really uncommon. And yeah, it was a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, it looked like guys were searching all over the place, and a little contact here, a little contact there. You got a little bend on the right rear. Is that more from the fence, or is that from contact with other cars?
I don't think I hit anybody, so I'll say that one's from the fence.
Well, an awesome run, picking up the win tonight. Who's on the car helping you out before we let you get out of here?
Got to thank Team Outlaw Motorsports, UDTV, Beard to Tube, Beard Oil, Raging Cajun Graphics, LSR TV, and Brent Spates.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and we look forward to seeing you back up on the top of the podium in the near future, buddy.
All right, thank you, Roger. And a quick shout out to Andy Gross. He's back to racing this week, and it's good to have his company.
All right. You're a winner, Mr. Cole Duggar. Let's run through our official results. Duggar got the win. Sobiek was second. Brees is third. Gross in fourth. Good run for Andy. Got to the front, and then in the closing laps just couldn't find a way to get back around it once there was a little bit of a hiccup. Fitcher comes home second. Chris Johnson in third. Caden Carlson, or in sixth. Caden Carlson was seventh. Jason Enoch in eighth. Blake Johnson ninth. Tony Brent in the 10th spot. James Fletcher 11th. 12th to Dean Burnt. Jim Butcher in 13th. 14th, Tony Itzkowski. Dean Wallach in the 15th spot. Reed Rundle, bad night for the 43 car, comes home 16th. And Skylar Woods rounded out the field. Another great night of late model racing here. Your final thoughts, Zach?
Well, it's definitely, I think, kind of what we expect. Duggar getting that win. You know, he had been fast all night, so it's just to see he becomes the first 3-time winner this season, and especially going into next week, it will be the end of the first half of the season at Cedar Lake, so it's definitely gonna be interesting to see what can do. And I think the big question on everybody's mind after these first 5 is who's gonna stop Cole Duggar so far.
Yeah, he is shown to be very quick and able to do the things that he needs to get to victory lane. So we look forward to seeing that the rest of the season. Don't forget again tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern. Dominic Santino will be back here. 360 Wing Sprint Cars with the Dirt Slingers Monday Night Thunder Series, wrapping up season number 14. And then right after them, about 9:45 Eastern, we should have the Tim Sims General Tires Winter Nationals wrapping up that series, giving away a whole bunch of stuff to those guys. $1,000 worth of tires to the winner and a lot of prizes to about the top 5 there, I think it is. But that'll be with me back on the mic, and Jerry Kieser will be in with me for that call. Rest of the week, each night, at least one show. Tuesday night, PRO Sidewinder Series. Wednesday night, another Dirt Slingers production there. Wednesday, Warriors Modified Series. And then Thursday, the 410 Outlaws. Thursday and Friday, actually, every day this week we have a show. So the 410 Outlaw Series making up a show that they missed about 6-7 weeks ago. So they will go back to back on Thursday and Friday. So a full week of racing. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Guys, don't forget to like, share, follows, and subscribe on the YouTube and Twitch channels. For Zach, Dom, and myself here at the Dirt Racing Network, guys, we appreciate every time you tune in.